Well, the clocks went back last night, and I'm officially confused as to what time it is. Basically, I woke up way too late today. In short. So to avoid missing out on going live, I have an alarm that tells me an hour beforehand. I was actually woken up by it. So yeah. Evidently, I was worn out at the end of last time because I did not tidy up properly. So you're going to have to put up at the start of this being a bit of tidying, but as you can see with the Fatman, I have taped it over to try to encourage it to hold its shape. It won't work. You've got to heat the EVA foam in order to make it keep its shape, and I'm going to have to heat this bit as well just to like make the glue set in the new position, which is fine. I can do that, but it's gonna have to be a few minutes with me doing this beforehand. Okay, there's the carriage, which we can put there. Got that, which we don't need because we're at the point where the detail I'm doing is higher than what's on the drawing. Those bits could be useful later because there's enough material, but I have no idea. Okay, that has been cut to shreds by accident because of me in general. Now I don't particularly want to like destroy this yet, just in case I need to make another one. Because I'm still not 100% if I'm even going to keep this because it's so thick. And on the actual in-game model, it's really thin and barely made. Like, there's barely anything to it because it's all sheet metal. Whereas this one, like, I can probably, actually no, I'm not even too sure I could get a proper mat to do it. I'd need metal in it, and metal, well, using metal would mean banned from conventions, which sort of defeats the purpose of a prop. So we're going to have it look a little bit crap, but, or a little bit inaccurate. It's not crap. Okay, I did not expect to be doing this long, so those are reference materials, so we try to keep them, or at least keep them somewhere where I'm not going to chuck them in the bin. That's bin. Okay, that's the file. And this is why you tidy up at the end of the session, not at the start. Where's the brush? Okay, this. nice little brushing. It looks significantly more heavy than it is, I can assure you. The thing's like a few grams. There you go. Right. So now we're starting to come up on a position where I can start again. So, if I haven't said it, welcome to day 6 of the Fatman build. I should have said that already, but right. So I've got to stick this bit down, same as I did on there, and that's pretty much it for the start. So. Okay, I thought the glue gun was hotter than it was. It is not. Of course, while I'm doing this, I'm trying to add a bit of a curve to the bike rail. Yeah. Now, of course, I don't expect this to work properly, but you can see it has a slight curve, very slight. So now we can get back to cutting. Of course, I'm leaving some gap on there, the folding over on the edges, just, you know, make it look nice. Of course, I'm going over with the scissors at the end as well, so. just let that warm up a little more and cut some of these. Now, of course, these are much easier to cut, so. Fortunately, we can just pop most of these off like this, so. But yeah, this is going to be the inside this time, whereas the outside on the other one. I would prefer to have them both be the same, but I messed that up very early on, so it ain't going to happen. Cool it down a little bit. Of course, it does make a ton of noise. So sorry about that. Still warm, and now covered with glue. It is now warm and sticky. Well, we now have all the holes as they're supposed to be. I may have missed some on the first one as well, so I'm going to have to go back and get them. Wow, I did not stick that properly, did I? Do I have like a little pair of scissors anymore? Or did I put them somewhere I'll regret later? Oh wait, no, they're in my room. Okay. At least the bit I messed up was on somewhere nobody will ever see it. some of this out. Hello. I'm okay. How are you doing? Okay, so we just let that dry a little bit. While we're here, we can get this bit. The joys of just pressing stuff, eh? Okay, that should be dry. Got a good curve to it. Not perfect, but everything's fixable. Put the blades away, get them away from my hands. Fold over. So at the moment I'm squishing top and bottom off this bit, just try to get that detailing done. Of course, once I'm done there, I'm going to cut like both sides off, so don't tell it. squish it. And get that little bit I missed, apparently. Oops. Okay. Okay, so squish and squish. To be fair, there was a lot of just squeezing out material on this thing. So of course try to re-get the circle in it, because we need that curve at the end. And of course try to keep it going up here as well. Now I've left a lot of overlap here. That's just where I'm going to cut at the end. So I'm going to be going over all this with scissors, taking away all the excess. I still think this rail's too thick, but yeah, this is one of those set of what you can get things, because this material is not strong enough for what I need. Ultimately, unfortunately. Glue stick, because you can never really have enough of these things. There are better solutions for sticking, by the way, but I mean, it may seem a bit over the top, but I don't feel like using anything that needs respiratory PP at the moment. Mostly it's cold, and good ventilation would make it even colder. When it warms up again, I might use them again. Okay. Let me just let that dry. Come back to this one. There's so much to correct on here. Go through, get all these bits out. Just put a little bit more into it. Not on my finger. I'll just grab off my fingers. Okay, so now we've got the cut sections up there, and they actually look like they're cut now. Yeah. Should we sort of head down this way? Okay, that looks alright. Looks and being are very different things, by the way. Definitely going to need going over at the end because all the cobwebs. go a little bit more up on the edge there. Just get a little bit more around the edge there. This does show how bad of a job I did going, but what I don't like is that it's going to be the outside. Oh well. It's nothing I'm not capable of correcting. Okay, so that's about as good as that's going to get. I was hoping to avoid heating this, but we're not going to get that, so I'm not going to get my way. So I will have to go get the hot air gun, but in theory it's there, but yeah. I didn't realize there was so much crap on that track. Right. Okay, now to try to get this to stick. See that little indent I cut at the start to put this in? Really useful, turns out. The bit you can't see is that this is refusing to hold its shape. It's just not doing it. It's just going back to flat, but that's fine. I'll be correcting most of that later. done. Look. This is actually working surprisingly well. I'm not. Yeah, it's okay. It works. We're good. Why is this one slightly higher? Oh wait, no. Okay, that's fine. Now these bits of tape aren't permanent, obviously, but they are just to hold it in shape while it dries. It's just like boop and there. Now you might think this is pretty much done because that's essentially a Fatman now. And once you drop the carriage in, that can't go up the length, but I don't honestly care at the moment. Once you put that in, drop drop a mini nuke in. But you'd be wrong. That's not. There's still loads more to do on this. So, at least that section's working. That's good. Too short. So I mean, it's easy with this back section to make it hold its shape because there's far more structure to it. And yeah, that is supposed to be curved like that in the end, but it's not there yet. Right. So let's turn that off for a minute. Okay, so the bits of detail that we're missing. Evidently these didn't go high enough in the end. That's fine. We've made that a little bit too tall. We need a little bit to go down here and the trigger guard by there. But those are really thin and soft bits, so they're going on last. So now we need to, basically the bottom of this bottle is held on by something that attaches into there. That's the next bit that's going to be built. So basically it does this sort of shape. So it's a solid plate over the end, so I might as well just use that plate. Then sort of goes around like this and straight across and attaches there and there. So I think if I get a 5mm plate, put it straight down across, and then just, because I mean it doesn't look that thick. Yeah, the sheet metal they've used looks like the thinner foam. So I'm going to put a 5mm plate here, and then build this bit about thinner and stick it on, and just do a curved around the edge there. Which hopefully this will be enough for. And like that. Okay, so we end up with that kind of shape. And of course when we stick that on, it goes on like that, which will work just fine. Then we need to be up there. Let's go to the other one which shows the bottom. Which means it's going to end up being like this. So like this sort of shape. So that there, that there. So like down there like that. We tack those two together. Let's get them in the right position first. This one isn't actually a structural part, so it doesn't matter that much. It's just okay, just drill a little hole through it. So yeah, I messed that up. Don't worry about it. So it ends up more like that. That's not great, but okay, so we end up stuck on like that, which is pretty much what I was expecting. So I mean, at the moment, this looks nothing like what it's supposed to, but that's fine. So if we start off up there, so we go from up there down to here, with that being the outer line, and just make it a sweeping curve. Because we chuck this up there, like that. Just correct that out a little bit. Because we go on like that. Go through a little hole because greeblies are a thing. All the rest that can go, or anything extraneous can go. It's still an okay. Oh, that's why. Because it didn't go in deep enough. That's why this one's taller. I just saw it. So it's just like, oh. Okay. Just squish that in. Be very concerned at just how close I came to it not working at all. And a little bit off the end. No, actually that's a cut off last again. So we have that. These ones here can be made quite easily with too thick, too thick. That's way too thick. Will do. Okay, so I need to make out two things which are 2 centimeters each. Two, 4. 2, 4. Cutting edge. Okay, so we've got those two. You two back in the pots. Okay, so I made these 2 centimeters because I'm literally going to be using them to cover up these, which are the supports that I made. Now, of course, I'm covering up the real supports with fake supports, so we can sit around endlessly and debate whether they've now become real fake supports, but let's give that a minute to dry. Now the biggest problem is going to be the end of this canister down there. Crap. So they are a very slight bit too short. I mean, it's fine, I can deal with that, but I mean, I looked at the length of them and just went like, that'll be plenty, they're huge, right? Throwing your pen knife flat. Right, so we've got those two attached. I need to dome off the end of this. That's going to be interesting. Time to try a new trick, I guess. Right. I have no idea how much tobacco is in the UK. I've never smoked, so yeah. So I was trying to think of a solution to the problem, that's all. It's been a while. Okay, now, so we're going to have to go up a size. Oh, I don't want to use that bigger pipe. Okay, fine. We'll just do it like this. Smoking does seem to be bad. Well, in general, it's bad, but... So making about 3 of them thick. Okay, so 3 of them. Yeah, that'll do. It's not really smart. The tobacco companies put absolute shed tons into marketing, and well, that's how marketing works. It makes you like things that are bad for you. It used to be a lot worse. Maybe like 2.5 would have been better. Yeah, 2.5 would have been better. Oh well. This will work, so this is going to be fun. There you go. It's slightly less awful than I expected. So if we get the 5mm, it's not that size, it's not that size, it's going to be okay, so it's not going to be 35, so so it needs to be thinner, so this pipe will do. Okay, that'll do. It's about 9, which is about right for a 30mm tube. So I really hate it when I do that. Let's do this the other way. Nice little circle, nice little bit to go on top. Just wait for that to dry. Oh no, not that. Okay, if we pop that back up for the reference. Okay, so there are in fact 4 cutouts. So more like that type of thing. We do get hot summers, but generally it's only hot for like a day or two, and then it goes back to being just freezing. Like Australians do joke about how the British are like immediately go outside to like, you know, celebrate hot weather the second it happens. That's because hot weather lasts about 10 seconds here. I believe for Australia it's an entire season. Once it gets hot, it stays hot, but like here we get a day, it's like, oh, it's warm, okay. This one's going to require measurement. Right, so it's literally that position. So the cuts will be that direction. At 4 centimeters. It's okay, I don't really expect an answer at any point when I'm talking to myself. Okay, just take a tiny bit off. Okay, that looks much better. That has been bugging me for ages. Well, I can't criticise someone for not being able to speak a second language. I know little bits of random languages, but not that much. Okay, let that cool down a bit because it's getting too hot. But once you're learning 200 kanji is pretty good. Now, I believe there's several million of them, so... And if it was English, that would be damn impressive, because we've only got 26 letters. So we've got that bit done. Any other bits? Okay, we'll worry about that later. No, I'm not doing that. Just seeing little bits of detail and I'm going, nope. It is improving. There's still a lot of work to go on it though. This thing is silly to hold, but okay, next up I need lots of little rivets. There's a 1 mil sheet that I don't care about. Well, the mini looks better because I've spent more time on it. That's pretty much it. It's like... Okay, I've spent... Actually, no, it's day 6, so we're coming up on hour 12 at the end of this, probably. And... I think it was about 8 hours for the mini nuke on its own. So, I mean, all the other bits that I've done, you just don't see on this yet because I'm not there. Where is my file? Yeah. I've got to resharpen my cutter because it's a bit messed up. Okay, I prefer a round one. Do we have a round file in here? Nope, flap. How do I always lose my... Oh yeah, because I'm using them, I always misplace them. Okay, square it is. I have like 3 round files in here and I don't know where any of them are. Essentially, the centre of this got a bit too used in previous uses, so basically I melted it. It's the downside of using plastic pipe. They're pretty rubbish, but... Where's my stick? There it is. I wonder what that was stuck on. Oh well, not my job. Ultimately, you're supposed to do this with like pipe, more metal pipes, not plastic. This is why, because the plastic just melts while you're doing it. As you can see, I've used a lot of rivets on previous jobs. should be enough for now. Wow, that one's a mess. I have questions about how this is supposed to work, because this is a pressure tank. Putting screws in like this is a bad idea. That. And we're out. Gotta get some more. Yeah. Pull that out. If I can see another two that I need, then we'll make a decision of what to do next. Just put you there. Okay, where were the other four? Get rid of all the spider webs, because there are a lot of them at this point. Okay, that's supposed to paint things, so... Nope, I used to be going for it. Two layers of 5 would be more accurate. Guess we're just doing 2 layers of it. I've got a circle at the centre. They'll be fine. That's number 1. Okay, fine. Don't cut out. Let's use something a little bit more a bit nicer, shall we? So those 2 there will fit over each other. That's good. Now, the question is, do I have a clear sheet of plastic here that I... Yep. Wondering, guys, your plastic, it is a laminator sheet. I've used these for a few years, like windows, stuff like that. So. make sure that we've got it pretty accurate. Now this section here, goes over there, so it's the head of the dial. So I can paint the detailing underneath, put that on, put a little bit of foam around it, or put a thin ring of foam around it, and then I've got a dial. Of course, we're now getting into the section where like we have bits that are pre and post paint. Oddly though, still not to painting. So in the end it goes over there like that. And you've got a little clear you've got a clear little lens in it. Okay, well, what else? Oh, we don't have the little thing on the back yet. Oh, okay, I made a mistake on the back. I may have made a little mistake on the back. It's okay, that is correctable. Yeah. I mean, we've got some major corrections to do up here, so I think... Okay, no, paper first, then do solid work. Where's my pencil? It's a common question I have to ask because I never put it down in a good place and then it goes flying and blah blah blah, you know, the usual. No, I have no idea. Oh, well, I'll have to grab one a sec. Oh. I keep a large collection of these things just in case because I know that I'll lose them. And there's my other pen. Okay, so we need to about here, this height. So we need like that times 2 and then a thin layer at the back. Yeah. If I put 5mm across that, what's it look like? Yeah, that'll do. It means my back's going to be imperfect, but I mean, what on here isn't at this point? Of course, I've got this one a little bit longer than it needs to be, but sticking this bit on. It'll actually make it look a little better too. The other curved one is here. So just stick that on. Okay, now I need a bit of structural 5mm. That is big enough. So neither of those. That's not big enough. Is this big enough? That's the question. Just, yes. There, thought I'd find a use for it eventually. Yeah. So we just sort of do this. To be fair, I'm mostly just glad there was a bit that fitted somewhere. Now I can come across to do this properly. As you can see, there's a very clear reason why I stopped at 2 hours. I started just getting a bit more crazy after that point. Let's bring up the reference again because I don't want to mess this up. Look at that flax. Chalk, and it is about this point going across. There it stops at. Then down the center you get this little U-shaped channel. And that, I think, yep, ends up about the size of this. This is going to be fun. Okay, there you go. here a little bit. Goes across here. Oops, may have got into the layer below where I wasn't meant to. Oh well. A little bit of glue there, a little bit of glue there. So I cut those straight down now. And now we have it separated out on the back with a little U channel, which we needed for the thing, whatever it is supposed to be. So now I need to determine how long that is back, and well, one of my measures should exist somewhere. There it is. So 3 should be okay. So if we do 3 small ones and 1 big, I think. Okay, let's go back to this. Oh, we've got a good end up there. Yeah, that'll be fine. One, two, three. That's 3, so we get that little stack. That's about right. It's a lot of effort to go to just put a little thing on the back, isn't it? outlets to it is not thick enough. Where's the other one? That works. Could use it as a dial, I guess. Where's the first stuff? Actually, not what time is it? Okay, so last thing of the day now, because we're out of time anyway. So once I'm done doing this bit, I'm going to be going off. Okay, just got a little dial on the back. It's not bad. There's a lot of spider webs to deal with on this, but that's going to be one of the last things that I do. Starting to come together. Got some nice detail on the back and sides. Got the prop thing on. Oh, it's always the little fiddly bits that I lose, and I think I just lost one. Nope, there it is. Just stick that over where it's going to end up, because that's a good way not to forget about it. Thank you. I've still got plenty of work to do on it, but well, it literally has man in the title, being he is more accurate, but okay. So that's it. Well, I will be back and to do more on it next time, but thanks for coming. Hopefully it's going to be next week before I'm working on this again, but I'll be back tomorrow. And bye.